my elimination diet. It brought a lot of frustration and a lot of rethinking the way I do things now after the fact. So, before I get all into that, please like this video. Please share this video with others. I know other people struggle with digestive issues or whatever else you're going with. I do my best to share so that you don't feel so alone. So please share my stuff so other people can see it and understand that they're not the only ones out there going through this stuff. So please click the share and the subscribe down below right now. Okay, so my elimination diet. Now, my elimination diet started in March of this year. Now, there were some pros of starting an elimination diet during a pandemic when you can't go to a restaurant, you can't eat out, you can't order takeout. There's nothing really there right now. Well, you can order takeout, but you can't eat in the restaurant. Like, you can't go out to eat anywhere. So at the time when I was doing this diet, it worked really well because you're kind of isolated to your home and cooking at home anyways. So that was the good part of doing it when I did. I didn't miss out on going to eat with friends and family and things like that it really affects you when you can't go eat with other people. And being someone who had such a hard time eating in the past, I was liquid for over 7 years, and then I've gotten back a lot of the things I can eat now. I wasn't able to eat before, so I understand how much it can affect you to not be able to join in eating with people, because eating is such a social thing to do, and it's really, really, really affects you when you can't participate in the social things that our society uses for social interaction so commonly. So I understand that going into this, and mind you, going into this, I have worked so hard on getting back what I can, or what I am capable of now. Being 7 years on liquid, it was so hard working my system back up to where I am, which are most fruits and vegetables, most meats. I can do, I don't do a lot of starches still because my digestive system just doesn't like them for some reason. So it's not a whole lot of starches I can do. But having this back and being able to eat again has been such a wonderful transformation for me personally, going for so long without having the things that are just common to so many people. So being forced to be put on this elimination diet really struck a chord to begin with for me, because it's like I've gotten so much back. I've worked so hard at this, and now you're taking it all away from me again, is pretty much what it felt like. It was very, very frustrating, and there was so many teary moments throughout this process, just because I would go in the fridge and it's like there was nothing I wanted to eat. There was nothing in the fridge I could eat. You get in the habit of things that have been processed or things that are quick and easy, and it was just so frustrating not being able to eat the things I wanted to eat or had finally gotten back and being able to eat. Having that taken away was just so mentally tough. For the official diet, what I was allowed and not allowed. Now, it said I was allowed plain flavored brown and white rice, except unfortunately my digestive system doesn't handle white rice. And it doesn't like rice right now. So I wasn't able to have that one. The things that I'm not allowed are millet, sorghum, gum, buckwheat, or other inherent gluten-free or grain-free seeds, flours, or processed products. For fruit, I can have fresh fruits and vegetables. Frozen and canned, I can't do. So anything that comes in a can or anything that is packaged, I can't do. Proteins, fresh meats, fresh fish, fresh eggs, fresh dried beans, unseasoned nuts in the shell. So in the shell is a big one, because if it's already been shelled, it could have gone through a processing plant, and I wasn't allowed to do that. Lunch meats I couldn't do. I wasn't allowed to do my love of prosciutto or other cold cuts that I know are gluten-free, but doing this elimination diet, I wasn't allowed to, which was one of probably the hardest things for me, because I love my Spanish prosciutto. As far as dairy is concerned, I was allowed butter, yogurt, but only unflavored yogurt, which was kind of depressing, because it's like, okay, you put jam or like fresh fruit in it, but it's just not the same as other yogurts. So that was not so much fun. I didn't eat a lot of yogurt during this time because it wasn't the best for me. Or I wasn't a huge fan of the plain yogurt. Cheeses I could do. I wasn't allowed to do like seasoned or flavored dairy. So the seasoned cheeses and the seasoned yogurts or flavored yogurts and favorite yogurt drinks, those were no. So like the kefirs and things that I turned to regularly, that was a no. There's a lot of no's. Oils, unseasoned vinegars, honey, salt were okay, but other vinegars like malts, and I had to be really, really careful of my dried seasonings, all of my dry, like garlic and onion and all those ones. It's amazing how much gluten are in these products too. They're all processed. So it was really hard to just do only fresh seasonings, which worked out really well because I had this wonderful herb garden out back. It made it easier that it was done in the summer. Having to do this elimination diet in Canada in the middle of winter would have sucked, but so hard, because I wouldn't have been able to flavor anything other than salt and pepper, and like apple cider vinegar were my only options other than the things that were freshly grown out of my garden. So or garlic. I mean, I could get garlic in the store, but as far as like your seasonings, chives, basil, thyme, oregano, all of these things I had to grow myself, and if it wasn't the summer months, I would have been screwed out of that, because my little house garden definitely doesn't produce enough herbs for me to sustain every meal or flavor every meal I had throughout my days of this whole 3-month process. It just wouldn't have been possible. So it landed at a really good time at the fact that I had my herb garden up and going. Made it a lot easier for beverages and things. No more coffee and things like that, which really, really, really sucked, because those are my go-to. I like my coffee in the mornings, or like I like the flavored creamed coffee. So I wasn't able to do that. So I mostly just stuck to tea with milk, is very basic. So those were the things that I was allowed to do. And let's go through the grocery store and see how much I wasn't allowed. Next week, I will show you what I can and cannot eat at the grocery store.